If you're still filming your content on a phone in 2025, this may be your sign to upgrade. So I've been rocking the Sony ZV-E10 for about 3 years and it's been a total game changer. Today I'm breaking down why it's worth ditching your phone for this bad boy. So we'll be hitting some super easy settings like ISO and exposure, nothing crazy, just stuff to make your videos pop. Sony does a really good job about making a camera that a beginner, a pro is able to use without having to learn a bunch of different things. You can just start making content easily. If you're hyped to see the difference, smash that like button and subscribe if you're new here. All right, picture this. You're filming on your iPhone just like I am right now. I am filming with the iPhone 16 Pro Max and it's really decent, right? But then boom, Sony ZV-E10 vibes. And this camera is so nice. Even 3 years in, I'm still able to just make really good content from my unboxings, making B-rolls, and all of my talking head videos just like this. So compared to your phone, the Sony ZV-E10 is giving you better footage, better colors, and just way more control. So phones are decent. I'm not gonna knock it. I know people are saying like you can start your YouTube just using your iPhone, and they are so true. But if you want to just take your content up a notch and use something in more of the camera aesthetic like I did, then the Sony ZV-E10 is definitely the one to go with. Let's talk ISO. It's just talking about how sensitive your camera is to light. So if you were to have a low ISO like 100, it keeps it clean and it keeps it dark, great for sunny days. But if you crank it up a notch like 800 plus, it brightens up your dark spots, but you might get some grain. I usually keep my camera set on auto. Sony got me covered with that one. I'm not a camera connoisseur. I am not a camera professional, but I do use this camera to make a lot of my content. So it's really important to learn about the things that you're using. So we're gonna keep it really, really bare bones. So currently while I'm recording this is my view. So you're able to see that my ISO is set to 640, but if I press up onto the little keypad, you notice that they have a lot of different settings here. So it's showing what I am recording in. So I record in XAVCS 4K 30, and I went ahead and read that right off the screen because I was not going to remember that. You can see that you have your battery, you have a lot of things here. I have my ISO, which is set at 640. We're going to talk about exposure. So I have mine at 0.3, and you have your aperture and recording. Definitely make sure that you are recording in sound. I am too guilty of this too many times, of recording an entire video, getting into the editing process, you're all done, you're thinking you're done, and I had no audio. So this is actually number 2 for this take for this video. So this is the settings. If you continue to click to the sides, and then it will clear it out. So giving you a nice clean look while you are recording. So now let's get into exposure 101. Exposure is just how bright or how dark your video is. Too much and it's a white mess, and too little, it's like you're in an entire cave. So with this camera, there's a exposure comp dial, so you're able to set your exposure settings. So I'm able to kind of keep everything pretty much balanced. My darks are balanced, my whites are balanced, especially since I'm using my newer light. So if you want to check out my review on some different lighting for your video, then definitely go ahead and check out this video. So let's talk accessories. Your girl loves her some accessories, and I feel like with this camera, I did not have to break the bank or get too many things to use this camera on a day-to-day basis. So I do have a small rig camera frame for this camera. So small rig creates lots of different rigs, but I love that it has a metal frame to protect my camera. And Also, like if you have bigger hands, so my boyfriend uses the camera rig, it fits a little bit better in his hand instead of it being slippery. I do like that they have a lot of the grips on it, so if you do have, say, sweaty hands, you're not worrying about it slipping out of your hand, because the last thing we want to do is let an expensive piece of equipment drop, cracks, fall, like none of those things. The second thing I have is my Sunpack Travel Smart 50 tripod, and that is exactly what I'm using right now. So I use that to have just a balanced shot, so I'm not having to move it all the way around. And I also have a desk rig for my camera. So what the small rig does is give you different mounting points, so you're able to attach it to do different angles, and I love doing my unboxings with that type of rig. And last but not least is adding lighting to your setup. So I have my Neewer light that I use for my videos. I feel like it's the biggest upgrade from using the Relino light from Amazon. While the Neewer is from Amazon as well, you do have to spend a little bit more cha-ching. So looking for an entire setup, let me know down in the comments if you want me to show you my content studio and what I have to make my videos so great. But yeah, 3 years with the ZV-E10 and it's still my go-to. It's better than my phone with giving me the best quality. Adjusting your settings like ISO and exposure gives you that creator edge without the entire headache. If you're over phone filming, this could be your upgrade. Is it worth it? Hell yeah. So why are we waiting to upgrade? Thanks for chilling with me. Drop a comment. Are you team phone or are you ready for a camera? Like if this helped, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next video.